The question for day 27 of RPGaDay for 2015 is asking us about merging two genres together. And I've got two answers for this. One, we've got the simple answer, the one I think that the question is going for. And the other is a slightly more complicated one, maybe an example. So, the two genres that I think I enjoy most combining together are tied to themes of internal and external exploration and self-reliance and the need to determine a course of action. So what does that mean? That would be something like a Western frontier setting, where you're moving into the area, there's no real support, you have to rely on yourself, you have to determine what's out there, and any problem that comes along, you have to solve on your own. And combining that with a very high level of technology, or I suppose alternately a high level of magic. I prefer the technology, but they would both work the same way. So there's what you've left behind, what you know to be possible compared to what you have to work with now. I like the idea of the determination mixed with the need to make decision. I feel this produces really interesting situations in the game and provides a lot of context for groups forming, for relationships forming or fraying, and there's always something new or mysterious. It can become a mystery. It can move into action. It can exist purely on a social level, or within the social realm. So there's a lot of flexibility there, and each character can wear many hats depending on what is required of them. So I think that keeps the game fresh and moving forward, and it keeps the events that arise in play pretty firmly focused on the characters themselves, because there isn't anyone else to turn to. So that would be my favorite mix of genre elements to bring together. But the question reminded me of something else. There are a lot of game design challenges online as you go through the year, things like the 24-hour game challenge or the Iron Game Chef. And I don't remember which one it was, but a few years ago I was considering entering, and of course life got in the way and I never really did get into the design process, but I got into the idea stage. And what the particular contest was asking to do is look at different lists of films, and you would randomly determine which two films were going to be mixed together for your game. And what I randomly determined for my game was a mix of, get this, Groundhog Day, it's a Bill Murray film, and The Maltese Falcon, the classic Bogart film. Imagine Groundhog Day and The Maltese Falcon. The key point of Groundhog Day is that this character who needs to be saved from himself continually repeats the same day over and over and over again. He has complete freedom of action within that day. But at the end of the day, everything resets to exactly where it was before, with the exception that he remembers each previous day. The Maltese Falcon, or Maltese Falcon, or however you'd like to pronounce it in your regional dialect. Well, this is the classic noir film that everybody cites as their reason for liking noir, and often is the only noir film that they've seen. But this is a detective story. Sam Spade is faced with a number of mysteries and a number of mysterious characters, and he spends pretty much the entire movie trying to improve his position and figure out what's going on, because everybody's lying to everybody, and especially they're lying to him. And he's aware that they're lying, but he doesn't know what they're lying about or why they would lie. And little by little, as he goes through, he has to peel back these layers of mystery and try and get to the bottom of it. Everybody in the movie, including Bogart's character Sam Spade, are pretty despicable, or at the least self-serving. So it's interesting and a fitting common example for the genre. How would you mix this together with Groundhog Day? And the challenge of that, I think, is really cool, and it represents the sort of thought process and inspiration that can come when you try to mix together disparate things and make them something for your group to explore and define them with your group and discover things in it that person sees and this person never thought of and you only got hints of and stuff like that. So what are your two favorite genres to mix together, and what are two examples that you think would be a real fun challenge to blend together? Post them in the comments and let's talk about them. RPGaDay 2015 is almost over. See you tomorrow.